Father, I come now thanking you for tonight and these women here. I pray this moment is used to help and guide us going forward. Bless all of us in Jesus' name. I'll be coming from the book of Joshua, chapter 2, 1 through 14, the story of Rahab. It's just like God to use people or a person to help us when we need it most. God can still use you no matter your background, past, or etc. In this story, Rahab is a prostitute who God used to save his people from their demise. So we often ask God, why and how can you use me or any of us, and we're not perfect and our stuff isn't cute at all? And God answered, I don't call perfect people, I equip people. So I'm going to read the verses 1 through 14. Joshua 2, 1 through 14. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim. Go look over the land, he said, especially Jericho. So they went and entered the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. The king of Jericho was told to look. Some of the Israelites have come here tonight to spy out the land. So the king of Jericho sent this message to Rahab. Bring out the men who came to you and enter your house, because they have come to spy out the land. But the woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them, and she said, yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they come from. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gate, the men left. I don't know which way they went. Go after them quickly. You may catch up with them. But she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under the stalks of flax she had laid out on the roof. So the men set out in pursuit of the spies on the road that leads to fords of the Jordan. And soon as the pursuers had gone out, the gate was shut. Verse 8. Before the spies lay down for the night, she went up to the roof and said to them, I know that the Lord has given this land to you, and that with great fear of you has fallen on us, so that all who live in this country are melting in fear because of you. We have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to Sihon and Og, the 2 kings of the Amorites, east of Jordan, whom you completely destroyed. When we heard of it, our hearts melted, and everyone's courage failed because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven above and on earth below. Now then, please swear to me by the Lord that you will show kindness to my family, because I have shown kindness to you. Give me a sign that you will spare the lives of my father and mother, my brothers and sisters, and all who belong to them, and that you will save us from death. Our lives for your lives, the men assured her. If you don't tell what we are doing, we will treat you kindly and faithfully when the Lord gives us the land. So I read that one, and I got a few points for you, and then we'll move forward. But this, I named this topic, won't God use an unexpected person to save you from your demise? Meaning, won't he use a prostitute, a drug dealer, an alcoholic, or whatever the case may be, to save you from something you didn't come from? So I put, ain't it like God to send you somewhere uncomfortable to do what he said? Sometimes we tend to give up and say, no, it's easier to just don't do this and go do dirt. But if God called you to do something, trust me, you won't rest. I was one of those persons. I couldn't rest. I knew what I was called to do and didn't want to do it. Hence this. Second, people will come to destroy you, but continue to trust God. And ain't it funny that when you finally try to stand out and do good, all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. And around you, people will throw your past in your face. They will say all kinds of things that were true. But after deliverance, God is using you now for them. Them same people that was talking dirt about you, them same people that was throwing your past in your face, the same people you rode with. God will use you to go back and get them. So I tell you to forget all that about your past, because God delivered you from it. All we have to do is continue to trust him, even when we don't understand the process. So the 4 points I have for you is, number 1, God will send you to an unexpected place. A place of uncomfortableness, a place of hurt, a place of pain. But in that, he's right there. We just have to trust him. That's verses 1. Number 2, people will come and look for you, but trust God in spite of it. They'll come and try to find you and oh, she was this and she was that, or he was this and he was that. But don't worry about that, because God will protect you inside of that. That's verse 2 and 3. Number 3, God will use the unexpected person to hide you. This part right here, I'm going to have to be a little bit transparent. My kids know my story, but this part right here, God will use you. He using me. I wasn't always the good. I got 4 baby dads. I did dirt, wasn't proud of it, but He's still using me to help you, to help them, to help them. And so we come tonight to tell you that whatever it is, continue to trust Him in spite of.
Amen.
That's verse 4 through 7. And the last one, God will save all of us involved in your favor. So no matter what we went through, God is still going to save us in spite of it. We just have to trust and believe. So that's verse 8 through 14. Thank you for joining us for Victory Moments with Vennie. Stay tuned next week.